On Saturday, on this channel, I posted a video saying traders should stick to their trading rules and keep their emotions in check. But here I am, 3 days after, breaking one of my own rules. Hi guys, I'm Temilo and you're welcome to my YouTube channel. So, like I said earlier, I broke one of my trading rules. Let's see if it cost me profit or it ended in a loss, or maybe I learned my lesson the hard way. Let's dive right into it. From where it all started from, as you all know, I trade GU and EU, and from last week Friday I got into a sell on EU and GU. I want to take price into this level, but price later reversed on me because my take profit was somewhere around this level, but price started going back up. On GU, I ended up in a loss, and once price was pushing up on pushing back up like this, I left my trade till Monday. And on Monday, I saw what price was doing. That price was reacting from this level, and since my GU has been taken out a loss, I decided to step out of my EU trade and I decided to change my bias. I did not just change my bias, I saw that we were building liquidity around this top level and price will always gravitate towards liquidity. Then started looking for entry opportunities to take buy setup, and as you can see, this is a demand level, and we've taken out the Asian range low. So the next thing for me was to wait for a break of structure, and we did get that break of structure. And this momentum that the price used to go up, it was kind of strong, so I was now looking for buy entries. So it's 0 right there, and my stop loss at this low. Then for take profits, I was hoping this level will be cleared out and price will trade further up into this level. So it was more of like an open trade, because then if you look up here, there's nothing in particular, there's nothing clear, like there's no supply zone, there's no imbalance that price could trade to. I already saw this change in structure, and the way GU was moving to, I realized that EU will be heading up as well. So I identified my demand level, waited for the Asian range low to be taken out during the London session, a break of structure. Then all I was waiting for was price to come back, tap my entry, and let's go for a buy trend. So my buy limit was set at 1.17280 right there. So, and I just stepped out. Later on, I went to do something in the city, and I think just before stepping out, I checked, I think, the 1 hour time frame, and I saw that price was the last down candle was around there, and I was contemplating on moving my buy limit to 1.17302 before stepping out, but I didn't do that because I just felt reluctant, like to pick my phone, open my MT5 and start doing a buy limit order again. I just felt like, see, price is going to get to my point of entry at that 1.7280 right there. The price was definitely going to come back there, that no problem, and I stepped out. While I was out, I realized that price came back but never tapped me in. If I had moved my entry to the point where I said I wanted to move it to before stepping out, I would have been in the trade, but market didn't take me along. And as you can see, my take profit was it right there, and it was really painful when I checked my phone while I was outside and saw that price has really moved. So that was how I missed out on this particular trade on Euro USD. So coming to Tuesday now, I saw that price has really been pushing up, and what we have been seeing is just market going up and up and up and up. And for me, when market is trending towards this direction without coming to mitigate proper zones, I find it hard to jump into a trade like this, because I prefer a well mitigated zones than just catching zones above and above and above. So Seeing this, I just decided, okay, I'm not going to trade EU and GU since they are just pushing up without giving me an entry. So I was watching GU as well. So this was GU on Monday. As you can see, if I was to take a sell trade, at least I expected it to take out the Asian range low right there and probably give us something to trade from this level. And on GU, you can see that we had clear area of liquidity that price will come to grab. Like liquidity was right here with set of eyes and the Asian range eye that needs to be taken and also display. So you price don't just move, price will gravitate towards areas where there are liquidity in the market. So I was expecting GU to push down a little bit, give us an entry somewhere here and push up, but I didn't get that as well. And later on, I was thinking probably we could get some sort of entry from around this zone right here and probably buy from this zone, keeping our stop loss now at this low. But still, as you can see, market never came back. Since GU and EU wasn't giving me anything, I decided to look at other pairs just for fun. And that was how I stumbled on GBP JPY, which was me breaking my trading rule because I do not trade other pairs. I only trade the euro dollar and the pound dollar. This is a pair, the GBP JPY is a pair I've not traded, I think, in like 4 years now. I've not traded it. I don't know anything about its price action. Though there's no chart I cannot analyze, there's no pair I cannot analyze, but then you have to be familiar with a chart over time and know how price works, the psychological level, how price reacts at those zones during London session, New York session, how the pair reacts at different sessions. I know nothing about this pair. Then I saw an opportunity and I decided to take it. So let's get into the analysis and see what I got into. So let me replay the chart. So it all started here. This was London session. After checking the EU and GU and couldn't find anything, I then saw, let's go to the 4 hours time frame. I then saw what GJ was doing. So I realized that GJ has been pushing up. It's been going up. Market has been retracing, coming down, going up and coming down. And then I saw that it was a bullish trend. I decided to mark out zones like this zone. Market push up, came back at this level, market push up, came back. At this level also, market pushed up, came back. And now at this level, market has just pushed back into this level. So I said, okay, let me see what price is doing. And when I came down to the lower time frame, as you all know, when I'm looking for buys in the foreign exchange market, I always want to see that the Asian range low is being taken out. And as you can see from right here, since price has been breaking from this structure, you can see that we cleared the Asian range low here to take a buy up. But coming to this particular place, market didn't take out the Asian range low and we pushed up. So right here now, we've broken above another high. So we expect price to retrace back down and use this level to push back up again. So, but then I was looking at it that what if price decides to come as far down to this zone to take out the Asian range low? But then I said I'll keep an eye on this zone. But then I saw that price was really reacting from this level of demand because it was this zone that caused the break to the upside. So if you refine this down here, you see that we had previous imbalance that needs to be filled from right there. And coming to the London session today, market came into this zone. So if anyone was trading GJ and was eyeing this chart, had probably taken an aggressive buy entry from this particular zone right there. But then because this wasn't a pair I trade, I'm just trying to see what I can trade on it. This level I set an alarm. I think it was around this time I came to the chart around 10, which will be 8 in London session. Yeah, it was around this time I came to the chart. Let me move it back. I came to the chart was like this, and I kind of saw this whole zone as a kind of accumulation going on. So then I was still kind of patient. I was still okay. If we can get a better drop to kind of clear out this, I would really love it. Like a massive weak rejection or something like that would be very, very nice to see. But then I also set an alert at this eye right there, because this eye was responsible for this. So nothing serious. Then after this alert went off, I came to the chart. It was then I realized that markets has already given us a confirmation entry. Okay, so now if you come to the chart and mark out this structure, you realize that this eye pushed down here, pushed up here, and this eye was the one responsible for this last push down into that zone. Let me make this red. You realize that this eye was responsible for this push down here, not this eye. Okay, this eye has already taken out this previous eye, this previous low right here at this particular point. So it was this eye that was responsible for this last push. So seeing that our break of structure that we are looking for is now right here, we are looking for market to break above this zone. And now that we had that break of structure, what did market do? Market came back down to mitigate the demand level that we have right here. Okay, so this was even like the first point of entry for this trade, and stop loss at the last low right here, because you don't want to have it at this particular zone when you have a swing low. So this was the perfect first entry for this trade. And then again, just as you can see, market then broke above this level also. What did market do? Market came back to mitigate this demand level right here, the imbalance that is right there. And yet again, this was another um, perfect entry now, and probably your stop loss at this side, but to be still be more safe, you can still have it at this last swing low, because the stop loss is not really that massive. So I realized we've already have one confirmation, two confirmations, and I thought to myself that this trade is actually a confirmed buy entry trade. So let's move now to the 10 minutes time frame. I was on this 10 minutes time frame. So when the alert went off and uh, price produced this massive bullish candle, then I knew that this market is definitely going to buy. And remember, I always say that market will always gravitate towards areas where we have liquidity. And where is liquidity line right now during this London session? Up here, the Asian range high, because the low the liquidity below the Asian range low has already been taken. So the next point of interest where liquidity is sitting is right there. That was how I got into a buy entry. So because of what happened to me on the euro dollar, the market did not tap me in. I didn't have my entry as far back as this area, because then market might not come back here. So at this particular level was my entry. 314 was my entry. So I got into a trade manually by myself right there, and my stop loss at this particular low. So my stop loss now was not at this swing low anymore, since we already had two confirmations from the lower time frame right there. So my stop loss now was at this low right here instead of this swing low. I had two entries, because the first entry I made a mistake with with the lot size. I used a very small lot size, by mistake. So I couldn't close because one of the rules of the prop firm I'm trading with, you can't close a trade within 3 minutes of opening it. They will count it like you are scalping or try to shift. So I just left that and opened the normal lot size that I wanted for this trade, and my eyes was at this place. But then again, this zone right here is a supply zone with massive imbalance, that I knew that when price comes to this point, we might kind of have some probably a reversal from there, which I'm not sure of. But then I was like maybe let me say 70% sure that this Asian range high will be grabbed, especially because market has been pushing up for a long time now. So I just got into my entry right there and I allowed the trade to move. So let me explain what happened right here. When market pushed to this particular level right here, around this level, I closed out on the first entry that I said was a mistake. I had very decent profit from it as well. I closed out my position on that one and left the normal one running. But then, because I knew this zone was a supply and imbalance zone, a market might want to start pushing again from that zone towards this down area, I was now trailing my profit. So I think I trailed my profits to this after we broke above this high right here. I decided to put my stop loss at this low, but as you can see, we pushed up and market came back and I was taken out of this trade in profit. So both trades now in profit, but I didn't get up here, but I still kept my eyes on this trade. If we move to the 15 minutes time frame now, I was trying to check why price will push aggressively down there, and I saw that we had this level of demand the market came back to mitigate right there. So profit has been taken up from this. Once I saw this level of demand, let me make it bold, and I saw this level of demand right here and market came down into it. You can see from here we pushed up and we broke above this high, giving us a break of structure, and anytime we have a break of structure, market will come back down. Okay, so this was another entry opportunity, so I got in again into this trade at this level, and my target was for still for this high. So I got in again into another trade right here, and as you can see, market really spent a lot of time at this particular level. We spent a lot of time, and but finally you can see my take profit was it and I was out of the trade. So that was how I was able to get so with this trade I was able to recover back from the drawdown I had on the losses I had on GU and EU. So I'm now back in profit. Now I broke my rule by trading this pair, but then again, just by following the criteria that I normally do follow on my GU and EU, I was able to get positions into this trade and I was able to make profit that brought me out of my drawdown. And as you can see, just as market grabbed liquidity just above here, I think we have a supply zone. I think come to the 1 minute time frame at this particular level, you can see that we have imbalance and a mini supply zone. So let's go back. So as you can see that as market grabbed liquidity right there, market started turning back, but I was already out of my trade because of course I do not want to stay long. This is not the pair I trade. I don't know how it moves. But then from that zone, you can see that we started shifting structure again right here, and market left behind this supply zone right there. So Market came back, tapped into that zone, and from there again I saw an opportunity for sell. Let me show you that quickly. I saw a good opportunity for sale, and looking back from the area I got in, you can see that we still have a level that needs to be mitigated right here. And then again, by the time we were going up, if you look closely, market started creating some sort of liquidity, a trend line liquidity right there. So as you all know, like I said, markets will always come back to grab liquidity. So liquidity here, liquidity here, liquidity here. I saw this opportunity for short, but then again, I didn't want to get back into this trade. At first, I saw this was not a confirmation for me, but then again, we broke this low. Let me move to the 1 minute time frame, which is more clear. You can see we broke here, market came back up, tapped into this level of supply. We broke this again. What did market do? Market found supply here, and this was another good entry. But then you still want to kind of have your stop loss probably at this zone and trade down, or at this level. But if I was in this trade, I would want to have it at this level at least to be well protected and take the market down, and my take profits will likely be at this level right here, because the market might just want to fill this imbalance and continue up. But then again, as you can see, market just dropped, but I didn't take this trade because already I've taken two different setups already, and this is not the pair I normally trade. In order for me not to give back what I've already made back to the market, I didn't get into this sell. But you can see that market don't just move, markets move according to liquidity, and where price moves to, there is a reason for it. There is a demand level, or there is a supply level, or there is an imbalance that market is gravitating towards. And as you can see right now, trust me, market will still come back to grab all of this liquidity, because now we've created another set of trend line liquidity moving down. And let me go to the higher time frame. And on the higher time frame, what do you see? We've smashed below my entry points, because this zone right here was my entry point where I took market all the way up to grab liquidity. So if I that's why you should be strategic with your entries and exits. If I hadn't exit my trade right here, you can see I'm back to break even or back into loss, and market has now come back into this demand level. Who knows, this Asian range low that I was talking about at the beginning, that I was saying I was skeptical about buying from right here because market might drop, it might be that price wants to come down here and grab this Asian range low, and maybe tomorrow there will be probably new buys to take the market back up. Who knows? So guys, that is it about the trade I took today. Though the trade ended up in my favor, but what if it has ended up in a loss? I'll start blaming myself for not keeping to my rules, for not trading the pairs I am already familiar with, that I kind of understand the price action, the market structure, and I trade on day-to-day basis. Trade ended up in my favor, but that does not mean that if I break my rule again another day, it will end in my favor. So I leave you guys to be the judge of this video. Did I do right by trading a pair that I don't normally trade? Or do you think it doesn't matter? So far I stick to probably my risk management per trade, or probably I stick to the three criteria I always look out for before taking a trade. So let me know in the comment section what you think about this trade. So on a final note, if you're interested in having a one-on-one session with me, the link will be in my bio. Or you are just a beginner, you want to learn how to trade properly, and you like the way I trade or the system I use in trading, the link is also in my bio. Or you are just someone that wants to sharpen your skills, you're already trading and you just want to learn more, or if you are just someone that just wants signals, then you can also check my bio. The link all the links will be there. All right guys, till next time.